Hello, everybody. Here is the second episode of learning to fly helicopters in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, a few users, we already got 2,000 views in just a few hours. Thank you for your support and please like and subscribe. Few users mentioned to me, hey, it's very hard to set up the controls for Microsoft Flight Simulators for helicopters. So I did some research and I said, okay, let's do a proper video tutorial on how to do that for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So we are back here in Bella Coola, Canada. Beautiful scenery, and my aircraft is here. So I tried to understand how the control work for helicopters. It's a little complicated. I'll take it slow and hope that with that you'll be able to fully enjoy helicopters. There is a number of users that seems not to be able to enjoy them, and I think it's mostly due to how the controls are set up. So here is my recommended procedure. So when you're on the field or even in the main menu, you hit Ask and go into your control options. I'll try to take it slowly. Now, as you see, I have a number of setups here. This is the one I was using today, where I actually mentioned something that is not completely correct. And this is my default one, the one that I would use for planes and everything. So what I recommend you do is this. From here, you're gonna go hit on M or Open Preset Manager. It's a little hidden down there. I think the UI could be improved somehow. So I'm gonna open the Preset Manager and click on Duplicate. I'm gonna duplicate my profile and I'm gonna call it video, let's say tutorial profile. Now I have my new profile here and the others are here. So the first thing I would recommend you do is select your axis here in your inputs. So let's say axis X, and you see it's assigned to aileron axis. Go here and clear the current input and validate. Do the same for the second axis. Come on. Okay, you can also do that. Hold on. Oh, this interface. This interface is sometimes clunky. Joystick axis Y. So I want you to clear all the axes, okay? And clear current input. Validate. Clear here. Should give me the menu here now, okay? So we did X, Y, Z. Clear current input and validate. Okay, X, Y, Z are done. And also for the collective, you will have, in my joystick, I have this slider X, throttle axis. Clear current input and validate. So now our joystick has no axis at all, and we have to set them up. We're gonna go into, expand and collect all and show all the control here. Now I have them all, and I'm gonna look for collective. Collective axis here. I'm gonna start scanning and move my collective axis, joystick slider X, and I validate. Okay. Then I will look for cyclic and set cyclic longitudinal axis. This is the up down of your joystick. So I'm gonna move my joystick up and validate, and the lateral axis start scanning. I'm gonna move my joystick left and validate. Okay, and then let me, it's rotor something, hold on, tail rotor axis here. Start scanning, and I'm gonna use my z-axis, which is twitching of my joystick, and validate. Then we're gonna test that, because let's see if it works. Apply and save, and go back. And then we'll do the trims. Let's see if it all works as expected. Resume. Ready to fly. Let's see if you're lucky. Oh, let me, well, I'll do that later. I'll just use the camera here because my camera was not set up. I think it's, hold on. Because I had my camera set up in a different, it doesn't want to do. Okay, let me go into cockpit camera very quickly. All right. And when you fly your helicopter, yes, this is the, I think it's a good idea that you also see here the vertical speed in this helicopter. So, okay, now I have my, all right, okay, interesting. My collective is there, but for my personal taste, it's reverse. If you remember the previous video, I mentioned that you should pull towards yourself when to increase the collective, and for some reason it's reverse. So I'm going to go here into my, so it's called collective here, and I will just untag the reverse axis. So basically the collective axis in helicopters work opposite to the throttle axis. Like Microsoft has already set it up in the proper way. Apply and save, go back and resume. Now my collective, yes, okay. Obviously I have my collisions off, as you might guess. So yes, now it works. As I lift my collective, okay, it seems to work. I have my rudder here. I'm using my tail rotor input to keep the helicopter from spinning due to the main rotor torque. And let me quickly do a thing. Okay, I'm gonna put my nose down, and this seems to work. Up, well, if it works down, it works up, right and left, and we're cool. Okay, let's just quickly land and go back to trimming. Then we'll do a quick flight on with the trims on to see if everything works as expected. Just a sip of water. Here we go back. All right, so let's go back to controls. Here, ask, control options, and we're gonna look at the trims here now. Okay, now if you have some buttons that are set up, one thing you can do is, I want to set my trims using certain buttons which are shown here. So I will put my button 8, 9, and 7, 8 for trims, as well as this one, and like the 10 for trim reset. So what I want to do is, since I copied the previous one, here I have it on decrease flaps, and I can clear this one as well. But look, there is something wrong with my joystick setting, because basically I know that my numbers are opposite, like I have 12, 13, and something. So I will just do it the opposite way, and it's gonna be a little longer. So I'm gonna, okay, I wanna assign this input here, which is, I think, okay, sorry guys, let me put trim here in a search. And so we have rotor longitudinal trim, and the thing is, you don't want to use that. I see here I have some trims already. Let me just clear all those ones because I don't need them. So clear current input and validate. And what I could do is, well, let me see. So I said trim, and we have rotor longitudinal trim, increase rotor longitudinal trim. I'm gonna start scanning here. I'm gonna assign to this button and validate. So it's 12, and I actually hit the 8 in my joystick. And decrease rotor longitudinal trim 15. Okay, it's set on cockpit external view mode. I'm gonna change this one in a second. Validate. Then the lateral trim, which is less important, but let's do it anyway. Increase rotor lateral trim. Gonna start scanning and assign it to this one. Validate. And decrease rotor lateral trim. And use this one. And it says toggle pose, which I have to clear. Validate. Okay. Let me clear the other ones. And so what I can do is go in my, was it the 15? And I see I have the cockpit external view mode. I'm gonna clear current input, and I'm gonna assign it to this one, which is the landing gear. So, okay, which we don't have, but I'm gonna validate that here. And so let me go in 4 now. It's a little complicated, sorry guys. But, okay, toggle landing gear. I'm gonna clear that one. Validate. Then I think it was the button 15, no, 14 or something. You see, it stays here as a stupid thing and doesn't allow you to whatever. Oh, yeah, let me. Okay, the 14 at this toggle pose here. So you can actually click there, and I'm gonna clear this one, validate. Now, I'm gonna clear the button here, clear here, and look at rotor. And yeah, I want to rotor trim reset, which means I'm gonna reset all the trims, and I'm gonna use a big button to reset. Button 16 and validate. My 16 is actually number 10 on this description. And also, let me see. Well, you can do a number of things with a rotor, as you see, governor on and off. This is for more advanced things. But let's say I think I'm happy. Apply and save. I have my tutorial thing. I can rename that at any time. Like here, I'm gonna open the. Well, I'm gonna apply and save. Okay, it says that I'm offline. Fun, I'm not offline. Apply and save. Open the preset manager, and I want to rename it to tutorial heli. So you can change the name to whatever you want. Okay, go back. Apply and save. Go back. Resume. Let's see if all works. Now I'm gonna take off and try to use my trims. Okay, my collective goes up as expected. Obviously, you want to anticipate this pedal thing. You don't really take off this way. I'm gonna show that in the next lessons. So as I push my nose forward, I'm gonna click on the longitudinal trim. Okay, whatever. I don't know why I'm losing connection here. No big deal. I'm not on multiplayer here. Okay. Just one thing with helicopters you'll realize is that as soon as you start flying, okay, I still have to apply a little pedal here. I'm on full realism. And I'm gonna start using my trims. You see my helicopter just did a notch up, so I'm kind of doing it the opposite way. I want my nose to go down, and nose down, nose down. When I'm stabilized at 60 knots with a small climb, I'll, I'm letting my joystick go while I click on my trim, so it stays trimmed. Okay, it needs a little bit more. So here my joystick is perfectly centered, but I'm still flying forward because I'm using the trim. And as I'll explain you in next lessons, helicopters, you're gonna play a lot with your speed and the vertical speed, managing collective and cyclic alternatively to achieve your goals. My next tutorial will be on easy flight, and you will see that in a second. So this is how I set up my trim. So now I'm trimmed for a forward flight, and I'm gonna lift my collective a little bit and turn around here, go back to the airport. And when you get close to your landing, you might not want to be trimmed when you land. You want to have full control of your cyclic. So I'm gonna remove all the trims by using the button trim reset I set up before, and you will see it will wobble a little bit. Okay, here we go. I was ready, and okay, I just put my nose back down. Now I'm completely untrimmed, and I can land my helicopter. Lowering the collective, 60 knots, descent. So you want to descend at about 60 knots like a plane. And keeping your 60 knot, I'm doing 1,000 feet per second. When I get close to where I want to stop, I will just, so I'll explain that in next lessons. You want to work in steps, or in states. You see here my pedals start to be there, and I'm hovering at about 3 feet above the ground. And once I hover, I'll just, decide to go into any position I want to stop. I don't want to make this video too long. I'm just going to land here in front of one of those houses using my collective, and it's a little wobbly. It's not as I would expect, but okay, let's say here. I don't want to do precision flying at the moment, even because this pedal, I think the pedals are a little quirky. Okay, let me land here and end this video. Right, hope you enjoyed it and it was useful. I hope it solved problem for someone. If you like the video, please subscribe and like, so it helps getting more people having the same enjoyment. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.